So the one moment you are doing a Pokemon Alpha, Sapphire, Omega, Ruby announcement thing, you know, you're discussing the new Mega Evolutions, and then you go 2 generations back and you do a PBR battle, which is just as cool. Now, if you can see Swampert, I may not be using him, but he looks normal. He is not buffed up. He does not abuse steroids, and he does not look like an Electivire in a Swampert suit or a balloon with a Swampert face on it. He is normal. Okay, so enough with that. Let us get into the battle. My opponent here, ladies and gentlemen, is very kick-ass, very skilled, very fearful, fearsome. I don't know how to say it. So, my opponent, ladies and gentlemen, has I've actually seen one of their battles before. I'm pretty sure that I've seen them against Chocotoken or a Trico. I am so sure of it. I have a hunch. Even today, you know, that I'm narrating this, I'm pretty sure that I've seen them before in action. So I'm not going to take them lightly. I am going to be very careful and take baby steps because, you know, you should not take any opponent lightly. And this opponent, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the few that I will deem awesome. I dub thee awesome. Now, let us get into the game. Claydol, ladies and gentlemen, with an Intimidate off, completely nullifies its explosion, which means that it's going to be completely useless from now on. But I'm going to go for the Fake Out on Hariyama, and that means that I'm faster, meaning that if I go in a Trick Room, I'm going to be slower than this big bulking piece of shit. So, yes, Hariyama can have small legs, but he is Hariyama, okay? That's how we love him. He did not get a stubbier version of Mega Evolution. Man, I'm really hitting hard I'm really hitting Mega Swampert hard, and he isn't even in the game. So, Heat Wave does decent damage, but, you know, special defense, investment in both of my guys, and HP and all that shit, so... Hariyama burns itself out of nowhere because, you know, it played with a lighter and it caught fire and it burned itself. So I'm going to switch out my Medicham because I really want to get a Fake Out off later because I know that I'm not going to be doing a whole lot with Claydol. And I'm like, okay, you know what the hell? You just switch out here because there's not much you can do against Hariyama or Arcanine, especially at -1. It is not a good idea. So, shake off the Intimidate and send in Tyranitar and scare off Arcanine. But, I'm like, I am going to send in my Spart Chomp because, you know, that's what it does. And, you know, let's show it off a little bit, okay? So, my opponent switches out the Hariyama, which is kind of weird. I mean, like, it could do some damage. It's got a Guts boost up. Then comes Dragonite, and, oh no, I don't have Stealth Rocks because it has Multiscale. Okay, that was a terrible joke. So I'm going to send in the Ultimate Dragon of Ultimate Dragons that, you know, we've learned how to love him. And now my opponent might be like, what the hell? Why would you bring a Garchomp in Trick Room? You must be a novice. No, son. We have been doing this for quite long a time, so... I'm going to surprise my opponent with the Dragon Claw. For all those who don't know what this Garchomp is about, it does, it serves a, it has an Iron Wall with, you know, with Brave Nature minus, actually no speed IVs, which means that it is slow as crap. So, in comes Gliscor. Ladies and gentlemen, it is quite worrisome. Although my opponent reveals their team very early in the game, a bad thing that happens here is that, I really do not have to send in my Tyranitar first hand because it will do a crap ton of damage. No, it won't do a crap ton of damage, sorry, I got distracted. My Dragon Claw will do a crap ton of damage on that Dragonite and take it out. Goodbye, Dragonite, goodbye. Thank God this did not have a focus session. So, I'm gonna go for the Cosmic Power, you know, just to get the stat boosts and shit, so... anyway. Gliscor goes for the Sword Dance, which is kind of scary because it can attack hard, it can take physical hits hard, and this thing, ladies and gentlemen, counters practically all of my guys in the team because A, all of them are physical attackers, and B, Gliscor has decent physical attack. It is a physical wall after all, and it is OU, so Hariyama comes in to fake shit out, and I'm going to do a mistake here. I'm going to keep my Garchomp in. Tyranitar really limits my game here because I I really don't know what to do. So I really should have shifted Tyranitar out here, as you will soon see why. Because Fake Out is obviously going to take place here, and I really have to get rid of shit. So the optimum thing is I should have predicted my opponent to double team Garchomp, as it is very offensive to them and it can do some damage. So I should have gone for Explosion here, it would have been wiser. And then my dad came in my room. I remember the scene very distinctly because I kind of freeze for 15 seconds here doing nothing, wasting my time because my dad was talking to me and I'm like, Dad, I'm in the middle of some shit here, and it's like, I don't care, I'm telling you something very important. And since it is so important, I don't even remember what the hell it was about. So yeah, that's me. Let us, make this memorable, shall we? So the opponent goes for the solid hit on the Spartchomp, and Claydol goes for the defense boost thing, just to get some defense and shit going on. So anyway, so Ice Fan goes off, and I'm like, oh man, this is so bummable. This is awful, actually. This is not good news at all. So, yeah, that is something I did not want to see. Yeah, it's something that, if you see something like this, it's bad news in general. I mean, it is so bad. So I'm gonna have to send in the Medicham here to fake shit out and, add the pressure on the opposing team. So what I'm gonna do here, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm going to go for the Ice Punch straight on the Gliscor, get out of the way, because if I get that out of the way, I have no reason to fear Sandvale hacks from that thing on me. And I'm going to go for the Cosmic Power on Claydol because I want to boost myself even more. Because Medicham and Claydol means Psych Up and Cosmic Power shit, so you can take hits anytime you want. But the thing is, I do have a Sandstorm which will cancel out my leftovers, meaning that I will die slowly and uncertainly. So my opponent does well here and sends out Arcanine, which intimidates me for a second time, which is horrible. I mean, I don't know why I still kept Claydol here. It was obviously not a good move from my part. I should have, just exploded, went Bombad on my opponent and shit, because, that would have been a better move to do. So, he has a Yachi Berry! He has a freaking Yachi Berry! He intimidates me, and I do not even do half to that piece of crap. You sneaky little bastard. So, Gliscor goes for the Swords Dance, and oh yeah, that's smart. That is very smart. Very sneaky opponent. Yeah, that is very sneaky. Cheeky, sneaky opponent. What you're doing here is bad. So, Trick Room falls out of place, and I'm like, screw this shit. I do not know what to do. Medicham is screwed. That Gliscor might have a flying type move. It does have access to Aerial Ace. It can retaliate with an Earthquake, but it's going to do something that I know that none of my guys will like, but Claydol has a defense. It is actually at +4, so it can take any shit from both of those guys. So it can set up the Trick Room safely, which is very important to this battle. Gentlemen, this battle is so close, and so close. Just, that's all I have to say. It is so close. It is not funny. So, Tyranitar is going to set up the Sandstorm, and Arcanine is going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, because that is what Arcanine does. So, Claydol gets Zaburn hacks, and I do not know why I'm speaking in German accent. So, Aerial Ace goes off. I suspected that shit coming from Gliscor, and I just activated the Sandvale, so I may miss, I may not miss, you just never know what to expect. But Aerial Ace did a crap ton of damage on one of my guys. It just hurts, it hurts a lot. But at least I get some residual damage going on my opponents, which means I have to get rid of the opposing Gliscor now. So anyway, with that aside, what we're going to do here, ladies and gentlemen, is I have no reason to keep Claydol around. I should turn on fully offensive. Arcanine is out here. My opponent is down by one Pokemon, so am I. Garchomp would have been invaluable here, but you cannot keep everything on the team. So my opponent switches out Arcanine just to get another Intimidate off. Very smart, very good. And not only do they get an Intimidate, they get to get the, what you call it, hacks. So Gliscor's not going down, but I did not miss, which is good. So I'm going to go for the Cosmic Power. I do not know. I have no idea why I'm still going for Cosmic Power. Really, it's really stupid of me, actually. So Gliscor flinches, ladies and gentlemen. I do not get Sandvale haxed, and I also managed to hax that thing. So Hariyama is getting a lot of residual damage here, which means that it will be suffering a lot of damage. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to protect and explode and get the Hariyama and Gliscor out of the way, because I do have protect here. I can protect. My opponent will not be expecting it anytime soon. And what I can do here, ladies and gentlemen, is get rid of the Gliscor. That is my main concern in this battle, because if Gliscor does not get out of the way, I am screwed, because that thing packs some very powerful moves, and it does counter my Medicham. But on the contrary, I do have the residual damage going. He does have an Arcanine. My Tyranitar does have a Razor Claw, and it can ignore any stat drops due to the critical hit ratio that has been increased. So Hariyama goes for the fake out, as I predicted, on Tyranitar. Not that we care. So I'm going to go all boom on my opponents. I won't miss. At this moment I'm like, oh shit, I missed. So as you can see, my explosion is pretty pathetic, and it will not kill nor Gliscor nor Hariyama. If it wasn't a ground type, it would have died here. So on the good side is I brought Hariyama to a range of health where it can die to residual damage, and aside from that, I can send out my Medicham and go full offensive. Ladies and gentlemen, if I did not explode here, it was a key moment for me, because exploding here was something essential. So Medicham is going to come out of its Pokeball, and Arcanine is also going to ruin my attack. So he kept his Arcanine till the very end, which was very smart in my opinion. Very good move. So I'm going to send out my Medicham. I did not get the Psych Up, Psych Out, Psycho combo going, but nonetheless, this battle is so good. It is so interesting. Even me narrating it right now is thrilling. So I'm like, should I go for a Rock Slide, or should I go for a safe crunch on that thing and get maybe a critical hit? So I'm like, I should double team the Gliscor just in case fake out misses. I'm like, I should have faked out the Arcanine and gone for a crunch on the Gliscor, to get it out and keep Arcanine flinched and occupied. But I'm like, no, you know what? You might be unlucky. Go for the fake out just in case. And it does hit. Sandvale does not take place in any occasion, which is fantastic, because that thing could have been a serious problem. So Gliscor goes down here, ladies and gentlemen. And Arcanine goes for the extreme speed, which is kind of weird. I would have preferred to see a Heat Wave, but Heat Wave wouldn't have done anything on Tyranitar, but it would have taken out my what do you call it? Oh, come on, Medicham. But the thing is, he could have gotten some burn hacks, but I did manage to drop a special defense, which means that in the next attack he's most likely going to go down. I can protect, stall the Sandstorm. Things are looking pretty much in my favor. But the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, if Arcanine got close combat in Gen 4, things would have been completely different. He could have been OU, I guess. So I'm going to go for the Rock Slide, or I'm like, should I go for the Crunch just in case I miss? But no, I'm going to go fully offensive. I'm going to kill shit up. I am going to go for the High Jump Kick, just to kick this big dog in the face, which is awesome. I love Arcanine. So my opponent goes for the extreme speed, hoping maybe to kill me, but Medicham, ladies and gentlemen, is so hard-bodied. And Tyranitar is going to end things with a Rock Slide. And ladies and gentlemen, this battle was close. I may have had a two Pokemon lead advantage, or anything you want to call it, but
game, set, and match.
I like it when I hear that. Thing is, I may have had the advantage, but this opponent was not to take lightly. His switch-ins, he's generally the way he played was very skillful. And to show my appreciation, I told you I've already battled this player before. He is a good sport, and he exchanges the friend pass that I exchange, with him and stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.